Alright, what is up everybody? It is Halomcr and I'm glad to be here, as I was getting ready to basically turn in for the morning. What did I see? Well, looks like to me some more G4 TV news for you guys as Frosk goes on a complete, utter fucking rampage on Twitter. Woke woman power is activated in its highest form, right? As Frosk basically blames the executives for saying that it was okay for her to do that. Yet she had no will of her own at all whatsoever, or no idea behind it or involved with it, as she now points the fingers at the executives of G4 TV. Can you guys fucking believe it? She will just not go down without any kind of way to scapegoat the consequences of her and Adam's choice to do the shit that they did with their woke bullshit, political signaling, just trying to basically tell you, the gamers, that you must believe in this or you are nothing, right? And then, you know, we pretty much know the story by now. Most of us do. I'll be honest with you, most of us do. We know that Adam's political shoehorning, all this woke virtual signaling shit, and everything else ultimately was the downfall. And for Frosk to come out, and I mean Frost's turd, okay, to come out of her fucking cave, right, to sit here and tell me that it was the executives' green light. They said, this executive said it was okay, so we did it. That is just a load of horse shit. You guys, come on. You guys know that's fucking horse shit. I know it's horse shit. I don't believe a fucking word she says. Now, one thing might be true, that the executives may have greenlit in it, but maybe Frost didn't exactly tell them what she was gonna do. Maybe she gave them an idea and presented it in a certain way that where the executives would say it was okay, but I guarantee you she did not sit down with them and talk to them exactly how she was speeching. And if she did, well, then this shit was fucked from the beginning, and it's all their faults, including Frosk for going through with it. I don't care if you push the blame on Comcast. I don't care if you put the blame on Comcast, but put the blame on yourself too. Put the blame especially on Adam too, and his repulsive, disgusting tweets that basically alienated gamers years ago begin to crack the shell. And we're going to go ahead and read just this huge thing on Twitter right now that you guys need to hear. So here we go, Frosk, just doing what Frosk does best. Between the transitional circle jerk between Reddit and back and forth between Twitter, the almighty Foreskin is what we call her, Machine Gun Kelly, wants you guys to know this morning. She says, "My sexism in gaming segment was approved by all executive showrunners in X-Play. When I was originally hired and cast, G4 made the internal statement that diversity and inclusion was what it was built on to fix the past. I was supported initially until doxing and threats." Well, I'm not really here to say that was really the appropriate way, if it is true, which I don't know. This is the first time I've even heard of this happening to her, but I guess I'm not really entirely surprised. I mean, you fucking killed her childhood. You know what I mean? Does that mean that two wrongs make a right? No, not really. They probably shouldn't be doing shit like that, truth be told. This is as far as it really should go, and just our message getting across, really. And it's already shut down. I mean, there's not much more that can happen now. Y'all don't want to make it 10 times worse. At least I don't think you do. Maybe you do. I don't know. But people be wildin' for sure with that doxing shit, though. But, you know, she wants to sit there and say, well, the executive gave us permission to bring diversity and inclusion and blah, 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 blah. And it's like, I don't believe it. There is no way the executives sat down with you, Frosk, and told you, God damn, You have a good fucking message. Let's get that on the air right away. Adam Sessler, you fucking cuckold. Get up on there and start clapping like a seal for her, okay? And start telling her how right she is and how much that the almighty woman suppresses the men. And that, oh, you guys know. You guys already know the shit that she be trying to preach. And it's just funny, though. It's just hilarious how she's trying to paint the picture like the executives encouraged her to do it, and so she just did it. Well, then you guys are all at fault, and you guys are all fucking stupid. Is the way that I'm looking at it, but I don't really believe her. I don't believe shit that she says. I think that they told them to figure out something that included all that, right? But they went about the message the wrong way. I guarantee it. They took it into their own hands instead of really running shit through by the books or just having any fucking common sense for who your audience is. So I don't believe her at all. It's just her screaming and throwing a temper tantrum as she's about to be booted from G4, has already been booted, and just basically tired of people saying that it's her fault when it's both you and Adam's fault, realistically, that did this. Now let's go on to the next tweets.
Then Frosk says, then I asked for support multiple times and was ignored. Or directly lied about support coming. No guidelines, no plans, no help. Then management changed and became openly hostile. Because
they hated you guys. I mean, I don't know what else you want me to say. Then they became openly hostile. You probably have a hot head, and you obviously do. So you probably got into an argument with them, and you probably said something that you shouldn't have to them, and they probably gave you shit about it, and you just woke with so much woman rage, that you had to stand up against this entirety of the sexism in the video game industry, and you made sure that they knew better. How dare you judge my fucking judgment, you motherfucking cucks. And now, this is the last thing I'll ever say about G4. People who I worked with were lovely. I gave them everything. Producer, writer, host, and more. Would do it again. I love you all so much.
Management changed because they realized how toxic you and Adam could be. It was monumentally nuts. I'm a guy who loved the old shows. Hell was willing to give the new run a chance. You were hostile to the community you were supposed to put on a show for. But now you turn all the blame onto the network who don't give a fuck. They sit on their fat asses and smoke big cigars, you fucking dumb bitch. You and Adam really wanted to fuck us. Frost, just stop trying to cover your pussy. Let's be honest. You thought G4 was going to protect you from being fired, from no matter what you said and did. But you could not stop the woman power from destroying what we love, a gaming network, a one of a kind, and you shit on us, a fucking stupid fucking cunt. I'll make sure the big boss handles you. Think you can go one round, you shittiest commentator. Go back to working the corner, because Big Boss will own your freaky looking lizard, bitch. Now sip on that bubble drink while you and Adam get fucked in our asses. Get woke, go broke.
Alright, and then we have another viewer that comments, LMFAO, ain't no one wanted to dox you. No one cares about you enough to know all your information. We all are just laughing about how you destroyed a network with 3 weta words: sexism and gaming. You told people not to watch, and that's what we did. Congratulations. And yeah, that's exactly what she did. So you might not even be able to blame the executives necessarily. I mean, you probably can. It's pretty much all their faults, but it's mainly hers, and it's mainly Adam's too as well. That's one thing that I don't agree with him on, is that it's also Adam's too as well. It's not just her. Those two in particular, combined with their messages, as they thought that the gamers were so desperate to know, no one actually really gave a fuck. And I'm pretty sure that she is just lying and over exaggerating a lot of this shit, to be honest with you. So it's imminent. Frosk is pretty much at wit's end now, throwing a huge temper tantrum as the network is closing. Everything's getting shut down. Everyone's lost their jobs. And this is the best way that she goes out. Instead of taking any criticism at all, or even apologizing to how people could feel, she still thinks that she did the right thing. So, you know what? I don't really care at the end of the day what's going to happen to Frosk, because she destroyed my network. She destroyed my childhood. She did it to each and one of us. And had she even just remotely felt bad at all and even tried to apologize, you know, maybe I could have even forgave her. But seeing as that to the very end, she thinks she's so fucking right for what she did and wants to shift blame and responsibility, it's just repulsive. Frosk is a really repulsive person at the end of the day. And I hope that everybody just learns from this that this is not what we wanted in gaming all along. We never wanted this shit. We just wanted a gaming network. So just cross your fingers. Hope that something else comes out that is not related to any of these idiots or clowns, as I will never watch these people ever again. I'll see you guys in our next video though. If you have enjoyed, feel free to leave a like on the video, comment, and consider subscribing. Thank you guys also very much. I'll see y'all dudes and dudettes in the next video.